Well, then I was like, this is weird. Why don't we go talk in the hallway
There's like
instead?
3 girls here.
Yeah. The Facebook social graph is really anyone that you've ever shaken hands with, you know. And Twitter is, they're not your friends. They're like people that you're entertained by. And the Foursquare one seems to be, you know, people that you actually overlap with in real life. You know, we make your layover at the airport more fun, you know. And so like, they're not super hard problems to solve. It's just you have to do a lot of shit. If we go on this path and we become this company, like, I guess we're in that spot where like maybe we selectively choose companies that we want to bring in, you know, like our BlackBerry and Android guys. Those are like, you know, they had a development shop. It was like a shop, and it was like a small acquisition. You know, it's like, hey, you guys have to shut down your company and start ours. You know, start with us. You guys into it? And they're like, yeah, cool. And so it's like we could do that with products too. I've never really thought about that. And it's cool to think like, yeah, maybe we're in the position a year from now or 2 years from now for like those are the strategic choices that we make.
Out of the Game Developers Conference, and then it got white hot.
Because I mean, you think about South by South, it's like what, a week?
We were at South by last year.
Okay.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
And we went from 0 to what did we get, like 4,000 users.
Yeah.
And then the usage just trailed off, and it's like, oh,
okay,
fuck, like we screwed this one up. And then it like rebound back. But we got that lucky like second chance. It's like 2 days off of the internet, and it's you know, things are still the world hasn't exploded back in the New York office. So I feel like, you know. I don't have any kids, this is a bad analogy, but I have no business making, but like the first time you leave a child behind or something, you know, Alex has had a kid, so he's like, oh my god, this is me and Karen's first night out, you know, leaving the baby behind, and like, you know, sometimes I get that thing it's the same feeling with the office, you know, where it's like, okay, things are still running, like, it's not Lord of the Flies and there's people stabbing each other, you know, so okay, like, we survive. I don't know, like, when I went to grad school, it's just do what you want. There was very, very little curriculum. It was just, you know, just make interesting things and pursue the things that you're really passionate about. And, you know, I think it's like gently shaping the types of things that we wanted to do. And I think just a little bit of a hands-off with like a lot of creative freedom is what enabled us to do a lot of things we want to do. I think anytime you have like an open kind of like nurturing community, like you get creative stuff come out of it. I think like, you know, creativity is just people trying different things without the fear of, you know, the fear of failure or like ridicule or any of that stuff. And you know, the environment that we were in at NYU, that ITV program, it's like that's exactly it. Like you're encouraged. Like part of your homework assignment is to make something that probably doesn't work, and then fix it for next week and fix it the week after that. And there's like, you know, it's such a focus on rapid iteration and just like rapid development and development of ideas that you know, it's just you do that for 2 years and it's just hard coded into your head. It's just the way the world works. You know? And I think, you know, our approach because of that is slightly different than other people.
So is the message for professors, step back, get out of the way, let students be creative?
Well, you know, it depends what the case is, you know, but, you know, I think flexibility in the way that you know, certain assignments are handled, or just like what people want to work on and like what the curriculum is totally fine. There was, you know, I took classes where, you know, the assignment was this, and I'm like, I don't want to do that because I'm interpreting the class slightly different than the professors. And they're like, whatever, your thing, you know, just do interesting work.
What would you tell students to look for in terms of data and analysis?
Oh, it's not even data analysis. It's like, just look at what other people are doing. Like, part of the, when I was teaching at NYU, like, one of the assignments every week was, you know, like, okay, location-based services of the week. Everyone goes and finds a different app and gives like a 5-minute presentation on it. You know, next week is mobile games. Everyone finds a mobile game and goes out there and, you know, gives like a 2-minute talk on it. And it's just, you know, I think you have to be aware of like what people have done in the space before you, what people are doing now, and what people are thinking about going forward. And I think a lot of people operate in a bubble where it's like, oh, I have this idea, and I'm the only one to ever have this idea, and I'm just going to do it the way I want to. And I think there's much more to be learned from just looking at what, you know, what has everyone else done before you, and how did they screw it up, or how did it work, or what made it great, or what made it lousy, and, you know, learning from those experiences.